Thank you very much, Minister, and thank you everybody for being here today. First of all, I would like to thank the Croatian government and its Prime Minister, Jadranka Kosor, for this, I think, fantastic opportunity that is giving all of us to unite here today to discuss about such interesting things. Throughout my speech, I would like to praise the work of someone, a Spanish person that many of you already know, not González, but yes, Javier Solana. He has been a Spanish that during years has worked in a better understanding in the global security and in the transatlantic relations, and an example for young politicians like myself in Spain, and to follow his work around European and global scenarios. To the Croatian friends, I want to say that, first of all, I'm very happy about the results of the talks yesterday with Slovenia, about the bridge, about the airlines, about all the efforts that this government is doing towards the European integration. I hope and I call all the political forces in Croatia to join this final effort to have Croatia inside the European Union. Although I'm speaking as the Secretary General of the largest party in all the European, present in all the European institutions, I believe that all the political forces, independently of their ideology, should be committed, not only in the case of Croatia, but also in the European Union, to the things that we are speaking today. I saw when I was coming, and I'm telling you, I had a speech prepared by experts, for you experts, about 15 minutes. I'm not going to read it. I will save you the critics afterwards for the coffee break, and I will try to give you some political inputs. I'm a humble politician, I'm not an expert, but I have some or two or three ideas clear in my mind. When I was coming here now for this meeting, I saw that I came late for the previous one, and I couldn't have a seat. Finally, I took one because the room was full. It was about the economical crisis. When I came to this, the room is available. When I came in the previous meeting, the American flag was proudly standing up someplace there, which is no longer the case now in this meeting. To tell you that I am a strong believer in transatlantic relation. I am a product of one, by the way. My father is Spanish, my mother is American. I had to choose when I was 18 to be American or to be European. I selected to be a European. I'm proud of that. But as you can understand, I am a great defender of this very special relation that has to be implemented between our both sides of the Atlantic. Yes, true, what was spoken in the meeting before about the economical crisis, and I share with my Polish colleague the thought, it's an opportunity, sorry to say. It's an opportunity in our world, and what we're talking here about, it's about the opportunity to make more efficient, to be more efficient in the coordination and in the communication between the United States and Europe. I will not tell you about specialities, I will not tell you about multilateralism, about strategic partnership. What I want to tell you is the experience of a young politician trying to explain in Washington what is European politics about. And it's a nightmare, I can tell you, as well as trying to bring American politicians to Brussels and try them to understand our so complicated system that is not only for them but also for our European citizens. So now we have the opportunity to change this, to simplify, not even the structure but also the language that we are using. We have to come more to the field. That's what our citizens here in Europe, by the way, are asking. 500 million are asking from us. Sometimes you see a difference, you see a distance between them and us. What we're speaking these days here now, which is crucial for the future, not only of Croatia, also about Europe. But you have the feeling that there is this distance that we have to overcome. In this relation between the United States and Europe, I have some things to say. First, to my American friends and cousins, the Lisbon Treaty is not a menace. The Lisbon Treaty is an opportunity. Finally, we are trying to have in Europe this single telephone that you have been asking for years in Europe to have. We have now discussed in the Parliament, we approved last week the implementation of the new External Action Service. The High Representative, Catherine Ashton, was there. We are moving, we are building up that single telephone that you wanted us to have. Respect for the European diversity is essential. I know very well this. I have to explain to 27 nationalities, for example, in a crucial thing for Americans like for us, counterterrorism. I have to explain to Lithuanians, to Finnish, to Italians about my terrorism in Spain, about ETA. It has taken me years and people like me previously to explain this with patience. It has to be understood by everybody with all their different mentalities and cultures. This is Europe about. It's not a big deal to do. I have been re-elected 2 times as Secretary General because I have followed the line of Solana in my party, in my case, which is not to think as a Spaniard in a conflict solution. If I'm helping, I'm trying my best in between Slovenia and Croatia, and I'm trying to do it from a non-ideological perspective, but yes, from a perspective that I believe that Croatia should have been a member of the European Union long time ago, is because I try to think like a Slovenian and a Croat, not as a Spanish. If I was doing the Spanish way, this will end maybe not in such a good way. Lessons that we have to take all for what happened in Afghanistan, in Iraq. So many lessons that we can bring up. That coordination, that communication, people taking troops out without saying anything. We have to be also telling the European way of thinking that we were right. Also, not only a militarist approach, but also a civil strategy, a civilian strategy that we have to build up in these conflict scenarios. To my European friends, I have to say that, yes, we are in the right track, I think, in this foreign and security policy that we are building, as I was telling you, with the External Action Service and the High Representative, we are building that. That we have menaces for democracy around us. We have Belarus, we have Ukraine, we have Moldova. That we have, and I'm proud to work always, in my case, with the Republican International Institute, with the National Democratic Institute, working with all the parties involved ideologically from both the United States and from Europe. We have these menaces going around also about the Caucasus. It has been said by everybody about the oil, about the energetic security. We have to face all this together. And also, we have to renew our objectives. Like in that, yes, true, the United States is always before us. It's a question that we are in the 21st century. Energy security and cyber attacks, it's for us also has to be a priority in the next years in our, by the way, subcommittee of the Security and Defense in the European Parliament, which I will believe with the Lisbon strategy also, treaty, will be now having more powers, and it will become more interesting for all of us. That's it. I just wanted to say that the EU and the US, we share common values and interests, that we have to fight together and strengthen freedom, democracy, human rights, the rule of law, and the rules of the market economy. Only our coordinated efforts will make us achieve these goals. And finally, to say that Dubrovnik is a city, not only a fantastic city, a beautiful city, but also has done much more than anyone for Europe in many years. Those traders, those fantastic economical people, those traders that were here in Dubrovnik during centuries, did more to get to know Europe around the world than many things. Thank you very much for that.